السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا رحمتك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Amen. We have been studying the resurrection and the hereafter, and we are trying to understand whether it is possible or not, and even if it is possible, how can we make sure that it is going to happen? It must happen or not. We have been trying to understand various ways of accessing the subject and trying to make sure that we feel confident in the necessity of the existence of the hereafter. Now we have studied up to seventh truth from the book, which is called The Words. This is the 10th section of the word, which is called the 10th word. It's about resurrection, the seventh truth. So I'm going fast to revise the past studies, the previous studies, because we have been studying them. If anybody is interested in them, they can go and listen to the recordings on YouTube. So it is possible nowadays, everything is easy. Seventh truth, the gate to protection and preservation. The manifestation of the names of preserver and guardian. Whether there is a preservation in the world or not, is there anyone who is really guarding the actions of everything and whatever is created here, especially the action? They have to be careful, especially the men's actions are preserved or not. Accordingly, we have to take our precautions. So the text goes on. Is it at all possible that God's attribute of preserver, which protects all things with the utmost order and balance, things in the heavens and on the earth, on dry land, and in the ocean, dry and wet, large and small, commonplace and exalted, and is it and as it were sifts their results by way of accounting? Is it really the case? Are the things are created in such a way, or they are given existence in such a way, and then afterwards, after they are given existence, are they really being sifted, their actions, their deeds, and preserved? That is what we are going to see in the world. First, we need to see that preservation is taking place or not, and then we will continue our arguments, or the text will continue the arguments it will follow. So let's read. Is it at all possible that this attribute, the preserver, should permit the deeds and acts of men man who has been given the lofty disposition of humanity, the rank of the supreme vicegerency, and the deed of being the supreme trust, not to be recorded, not to be passed through the sea of accounting, not to be weighed in the balance of justice, not to be punished or rewarded fittingly, even though his acts and deeds closely pertain to God's universal dominicality. No, it is not in any way possible. This is an interesting logic followed in this paragraph, a way of interesting reasoning. So if the things are being preserved and in their essence, for example, it will give example, the text will give many examples. Now we are studying this paragraph. So, for example, a being, especially a living being, is created, and all its qualities are preserved in its seed. And we see, or animals also, in their physical body, in their physical existence, their qualities, physical qualities, and their also feelings, other qualities and animal qualities. When it comes to human beings, for example, not only my physical qualities are preserved in the seed, but also my human qualities are also preserved in the same seed. So when out of this seed, human semen and women egg, etc., these are very, very small creatures, but they are the witnesses demonstrating that everything is preserved. So my physical qualities are preserved, my feelings are preserved. How about human actions? For example, my belief. It doesn't seem to be preserved, because my son or daughter may not demonstrate my belief, my understanding, my perception of the creation, my intention. But the potentiality is preserved by what is specific to me as a human being. Doesn't seem to be preserved in physical terms. This is the problem that this seventh truth is going to deal with. That's why I made it bold, the supreme vicegerency, human's position, who has been given the supreme trust. What do they mean, really? So I have been given qualities, including my consciousness, my free will. Through these qualities, I am communicating with the creation. Or, sorry, it was a wrong sentence. I am communicating through the creation with the creator. I am responding back. That is important. Whether I am being honest to the truth that I am able to acknowledge or deny it, reject it. I am free to choose any of these two options. But when I look at my human qualities, I have been given the tools to understand, to acknowledge, to be able to acknowledge the qualities of the Creator. I have been given these tools. I am also given the ability to acknowledge it and submit all the qualities manifested in the world to its real owner, which is the creator of the universe. Or deny it, reject it, this idea, and say that everything owns their own qualities. I have two options. Now, what we need to establish in our personal understandings, every individual should have this personal understanding, and we have to establish this understanding seriously. If everything in the universe is preserved, every living being's qualities are preserved. By whom? By God's universal dominicality. It means nothing in the world, especially the living beings, are left without preservation. Whoever is operating on the universe, whoever is arranging everything in the universe, whoever is doing that, must have a universal dominicality. It means universal surveillance, control, manipulations, or administrations over the whole universe. This creator should preserve all the qualities of the, especially animate beings, and preserve them, physically demonstrate to us in the form of seeds and grains, or whatever, a human semen and a human egg, etc. They are all preserved. Is there any way for a human being to say, yes, this universal power, absolute surveillance over the universe, keeping all the universe under his control, may neglect humans' attitude towards himself through the qualities he has given endowed on the human beings? No, he doesn't really mind. He doesn't really take care of human attitude, whether he is grateful. He has acknowledged the truth, confirmed the truth, or he rejected it. He insulted the creator, saying that I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. And I own all my qualities. It developed by itself. Who is the creator? Come on, don't be nonsense. I don't really take notice of him. This kind of attitude, or positive attitude, I am very grateful to you. You are very generous to me. I'm really happy that you are entertaining me here as a guest. And I don't deserve anything, but you are giving everything freely to me. These are all blessings from you. I'm very thankful, and I need even more. Can you please give me more? This relationship is compared to denial. This kind of relationships, the author is rightly asking, is it at all possible that the one who creates this universe in such a way that demonstrated in front of our eyes that everything is preserved, he can preserve everything, should he not preserve human choices, human relationship with him, which is the most important result of existence of the human being? The author is legitimately asking asking this question and expecting us to be to reflect on this question. So for example, I am invited to a house, all my actions are recorded, but in physical terms, human being cannot really record human intention, but the creator of the universe does. He created my intention as well. So everything is recorded, but when I am respectful or I'm not respectful towards the host of the house, I am a guest. And this man is recording everything. The host is recording everything. And I see, but I'm very irrespectful to him. I'm insulting him. Do you think this attitude is not going to be recorded? But everything is recorded and demonstrated to me on a disk, for example, or in a flash drive. Here it is small. It is small, but includes everything. I see if this host is recording every action, all of my actions, recording, do you think my relationship with him is not going to be recorded? And the following question, but they are recorded for what? I have a good example, very simple example for this. They are recorded for what? That is why we have to think about it. If this man, this host is recording everything, he must record my behavior, my attitude towards him, and he must have a purpose for it. Why is he recording it? All my actions. Now, let's continue now, reading the following paragraph. Here we go. Now we are going to study this paragraph. Yes, being that administers this, the being with capital B, the one who is really administering this cosmos, preserves all things in order and balance. Now, meaningfully, not in a jumble, a meaningless, purposeless, no. Order and balance are the manifestations of knowledge and wisdom, of will and power. Now, this what this text is going to concentrate on, everything is perfectly preserved within an order and balance, and this shows that this man, this creator, this being knows what he is doing, and he must have a reason why he is doing it. And he is choosing to preserve them, to protect them. For what purpose? And he can do it. He demonstrated in front of my eyes. That is what the universe demonstrates. So every animal being is a witness to what this text is saying. For we see that the substance of every created object is fashioned in well-ordered and symmetrical fashion. It means not a jumble, not a chaotic creation, well-ordered, symmetrical fashion. Not only is each of the forms, it changes throughout its life, well-ordered, then not only the things are well-ordered, but the totality of these forms is also marked by the same orderliness. Not only this, a tree is well-ordered, a rabbit is created in a well-ordered fashion, but the whole universe is created in a well-ordered way. So everywhere, we can see the order. No chaos, no meaningless action, no accidental things that suddenly appears. Everything is under control. The one who is doing it must have an absolute power, limitless knowledge, absolute will. So we see too that the glorious preserver preserves many forms of all things, the life of which comes to an end, and when they have performed their function and which depart from the manifested world in the memories of man that are like a kind of preserved tablet, or in the form of archetypal mirror. It means they are recorded in human memory. That is what we can experience. Also, the animals also record. For example, the dogs, we see that they smell, and they know who passed here, who you are. They also record. They are given the ability to record. It means they are created in this way. These are the manifest examples of the recording is going on in the memories of some animals and especially human beings. We remember 10 years ago when I see him, after 20 years, for example, are you somebody so-and-so? Yeah, I think I met you 20 years ago somewhere, or 25 years ago, some times ago, long ago, but you have changed a little bit, but I can recognize you. This means recorded. So that is what we are experiencing, actually. This is an evidence that the things are recorded and preserved. Now we will see for what. He also writes and inscribes a brief history of their life in a seed, physical brief history of their life in a seed, physically preserved in the form of a seed. That is like the result and outcome of the whole. Everything is preserved there completely. Thus, he causes all things to be preserved in mirrors pertaining to both the outer and inner worlds. It means memories are, for example, if someone treated you very well 20 years ago, and you recognize this man as soon as you met him again, and or even if you don't, man, 20 years ago, I went to a city and there was a nice man there. Yeah, he gave me free lunch or free dinner, and he hosted me in his house for 1 or 2 nights or 3, whatever. And he was really so kind to me, but I have lost his address. For example, look, the attitudes, behaviors are also being recorded in the memories of the man. It means the memory, the creator of this memory is really hinting something to me. Look, I am the one who gave this ability to you. Watch out. It means I am recording every action of yours. Watch out. Be careful. Don't think that I did something yesterday. It is forgotten. It is gone. No one can bring yesterday back. So, but the one who creates it obviously demonstrates that to me, there is a purpose in recording. And that's why he is really demonstrating it to me clearly, witnessed by my own life living experience, by my own experience. I have been given the memory. I know who the one who created this memory is preserving everything. Okay. Thus, he causes all things to be preserved in mirrors pertaining to both the outer and inner world. Now, let me do this one. The memory of man the fruit of the tree, the kernel of the fruit, the seed of the flower, all of these demonstrate the universality and comprehensiveness of the law of preservation. If it is universal, if this preservation, law of preservation is a very comprehensive and universal characteristics, if it has universal application, it must include my feelings, my attitude, my behavior, especially towards other creatures, towards the creator, especially towards the creator, towards the owner of this universe. Definitely, it must be preserved. That is what the universe is witnessing to me, that the universe is speaking now, saying, my creator is preserving everything. And Ali speaking to me, watch out, your behavior, your denial, your confirmation, your attitude towards the creator, towards other creatures, in the name of what? Yeah, depends. In the name of the creator, respectfully behaving towards the creature, saying that their creator must have a purpose. I must respect them. Therefore, I must respect the purpose of the creator. Or I have to preserve the nature. Why? It is it accidentally happened to be like this, and it is the best form now, accidental happening. I shouldn't spoil the accidental happening. If it is accidental, what is the purpose? So materialistic ecologists, if they have materialist understanding, is pointless, meaningless. Of course, it is good to be ecologist or environmental consciousness, as opposed to not having this sense at all. But the ultimate purpose, as far as human capacity is concerned, cannot be limited to just preserve the nature. No, be respectful to the will of the creator. If everything is created in a meaningful way, then the one who created the universe with a meaningful purpose, we must acknowledge this meaningful purpose and confirm it. That is why that's how we have to take notice of that every action we perform in this world towards other creatures, towards other human beings, other animals, plants, or even inanimate beings, are preserved with the intention, with the belief behind our actions. Whether it is for the sake of their creator, respecting their creator, or for the sake of their own benefit, for themselves. When I die, their own benefit finishes. But when I die, if I believe in God, I don't die. If I believe in God, I don't die. Death is given to me by my creator, who gave me the life. The one who gave me the life, who gave me existence, he is giving me death now. But it doesn't mean that this life on earth is everything. According to quality, absolute qualities of the creator, this life on earth is not everything. Cannot be, because he is the life giver. After I die, he gives me death. Still, he creates new living beings and gives them life. It means his life-giving quality is infinite. So, since I am given, after I am giving death, he is still life-giving or life-giver. So I am expecting, as a result of my memories, as a result of all the recordings, all the preservations, I am expecting from this creator to use it for another creation. How? If the seeds preserve the qualities of their tree or animal, whatever the seed of this seed is. So if we see that it is preserved, but out of this, a new creation is presented to us. This demonstrates to me by my creator, telling me that, Ali, look, I preserved all the qualities of this tree in its seed. Now I am going to recreate it. I will do the same thing to you. I am preserving everything, recording everything what we have done. I am going to give you another creation demonstrating what you have done in this world, which kind of behavior you have presented in this world. Accordingly, I will create you again according to your behavior. If you are grateful, I will treat you even with endless great or gracious acts creation. If you are rejecting, ungrateful, I say this person, I'm telling you now, this person doesn't deserve to be given these bounties, these blessings. He is wasting it. I'm not going to give it anymore. That is what we learn from the revelation. Why? God is demonstrating physically which kind of God he is, and God is explaining everything with words in a way that he speaks and lets us know through prophets, messengers. Look, I'm doing this. You know that I'm doing this. Do you think it's pointless? No, it must be a point. Then I'm going to explain you what the point is. And in the verbal explanation, which is called revelation to the prophets, he explains what does it mean, why he has created this universe in this way, why he has demonstrated his absolute qualities in this world. That is how he explains in the revelation what is the purpose of creating in this way. That is why we have to question. There is something interesting going on in this world. What is the point? What is the point? We have to really struggle to find out the real reason for it. And we have, when we hear that the messengers say, oh God, I don't know why, but he has chosen me to convey this message to you. What is the message? He introduced himself, God introduced himself in this way. All right, fine, but yeah, that's correct. The universe also witnesses to this description of God, and he says, I'm doing this for this purpose. Does it really make sense? When I ask my feelings, if I am grateful to any kind action, and the person continues, if someone really, for example, a person said, I'm very hungry. I haven't been eating for 3 days. Okay. This happened to me. This happened to me. I really experienced it. I was surprised. But I said, professional beggars, they made a profession out of begging. I'm a bit suspicious about them, although we have to be kind to everyone. That is something else. But I thought, this man it cannot be really true. Really? Okay. I said, okay, let me take you to a bakery. I do it. Really, there was a nearby bakery, and I bought a loaf of bread for this man, uh, to check whether he's really hungry. Oh, what he ate! You cannot imagine. He was really, really hungry. Swallowed the loaf of bread as if. So, I said, he's a genuine, he's not a baker, he's a genuine, needy person. So I did what I did afterwards. How? Generously. Why? He appreciated. This feeling is given to me by my creator to understand that what vicegerency means. I am acting, representing God's qualities, either in a positive way or in a rejecting way. Rejecting is my side. Positive is confirming what reality is. So my God is teaching me through this feeling that if I am grateful, if I am genuine in my neediness, saying that I didn't have anything, you gave me everything, that is a genuine admission, confession of my reality. I am sure my Creator will treat me with his infinite mercy. Because my creation in this world is in mercy, but my desire is perfect satisfaction. Now, this desire definitely will be fulfilled. That is how we utilize this universe. That is how we utilize our own human qualities in order to understand what the reality of the existence of this world is all about. Inshallah, we will do that. All right, let's go. And these are the further explanation of what the fundamental idea that we have established so far explained in the following paragraphs. Okay, I think somebody can read. I would like to have a different voice. Aren't you fed up with listening to an old man's voice with an unimaginable, unacceptable accents? Why don't you read it out, please? One of you, go ahead. Come on, come on, come on. I don't have to name it. Okay, we are friends here.
I'll
Okay.
read them.
Go ahead, please.
The highlighted part, right? Hello? I think it froze. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course, but I muted myself in order to listen to you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
ready.
Sorry. Okay. Do you not see that all the flowers and fruits of the vast spring, the records of their deeds in appropriate form, the laws of their formation, and the image of their forms are all inscribed into the finite space of a minute seed? And are these preserved? The following spring, their record of deeds is set forth in a form of accounting appropriate to them, and another vast world of spring is brought forth with the utmost order and wisdom. This demonstrates with what powerful comprehensiveness God's attributes of preserver exists itself. Considering that the result of such transient, commonplace, impermanent, and insignificant things are preserved, it is at all possible that men's deeds that yield important fruit in the world of the unseen, the world of the hereafter, and the world of spirits, from the point of view of universal dominicality, it is all it is it all at possible that they should be guarded and preserved, should not be recorded as a matter of importance? No, by no means.
Thank you very much, Sarah. It's a beautiful reading. Thank you. I appreciate your
No problem.
Yeah, accepting this, communicating, that's what we need, interactive. So I think we covered the content of this paragraph. And if you have any questions, any concerns, please go ahead. Otherwise, we have the following paragraph. So, any volunteer? Come on, as soon as I mute myself, it means microphone is yours. Come on, one of you. But otherwise, I will really mention the name.
I just want to correct. Sorry, I meant minute, not minute. My bad. I was nervous. Sorry. It's minute.
So are you muted now, Sarah?
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm saying what I read, I accidentally, it's the word was minute. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand. Not minute. Yeah, minute. Very small, extremely small. Okay. Who's going to read it? Akhtam, are you available to read it?
Inshallah, yes, I can read it.
Yeah, why not? Why don't you volunteer, man? Come on, go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Highlighted paragraph.
Yes, from this manifestation of God's attribute of preserver, it can be deduced that the master of all creation devotes great care to the orderliness of all things that come to pass in his realm. He pays great attention to the function of sovereignty and lavishes extreme care on the dominicality of kingship. Thus, he records or causes to be recorded the pettiest of all happenings, the smallest of services, and preserves in numerous things the form of everything that happens in his realm. This attribute of preserver indicates that an important register of deeds will be subjected to a precise examination and weighing. The records of men's deed will stand revealed.
Do you mind continuing the next paragraph, which is directly tied to it? Please?
Sure. Now, is it at all possible that man should be ennobled with the vicegerency and trust that as a witness to the universality of dominicality, he should proclaim God's unity in the realm of multiplicity, and thus act as a controller and witness by having some share in the glorification of God and worship of most beings? Is it at all possible that he should do all of this and then go to his grave and sleep peacefully without ever being awakened, without ever being asked concerning his deeds, small and great, that he should not go to the plane of resurrection and be tried at the supreme tribunal? No, by no means.
Thank you very much. Okay. Well, I said, we have, I understand that there is a simple example. Nowadays, maybe everywhere in the world, but in the area where I live, in the country where I live, there is speed cameras, red light cameras. I say, well, what are they going to do with it? Why is it there? Why do they put the cameras and record everybody's actions? No, of course, I know that I have a driver's license. When I am given the driver's license, I had a contract with the authority of the administration, which means I am going to obey the traffic rules so that I will be a legitimate driver. If I disobey, I will be punished. That was the contract. Driver license is a contract between the authorities and me. So according to this relationship, I understand that it looks like vicegerent and acting in this world. If I have been given this spirit, this quality, which can acknowledge, recognize the qualities of its creator, it makes it possible for me to communicate with my creator. It is a contract between me and my creator. It's a means of contract in our example, like a driver's license. So because driver's license says, I am going to obey the law. Law is there. My human qualities also say, I am going to use them in the right way. Do you see the similarities between this analogy, this very simple analogy, driver's license being the contract between me and the authority, human spirit also a driver's license, a contract between me and my creator. Now, this authority is putting cameras here, speed cameras, red light cameras. So why? No, it is just recording. For what? Definitely, everybody knows that the authority is recording everything so that whether you are loyal to the contract or not. Isn't it so simple? It is so plain. I see, of course, if I speed up, definitely the speed camera records it, and a few days later, a week later, I received a ticket saying, pay this amount of dollar to the authority. I said, oh, what is that? How do they know? Recordings, man, it's obvious out there. So I said, of course, it exactly demonstrates the reality, what is going on in the universe. Since everything is recorded, since there is a contract between me and my creator, this contract is my spirit, my ability to recognize him, to be grateful, to be ungrateful, and free choice. Of course, the camera is there. I have my own free choice. I may speed up, I may not. I may really keep the speed limit. I may really exceed the speed limit. I am free, but the consequence is not free. So I say, of course, I will receive a ticket. If I don't pay the ticket, it means asking for forgiveness, repentance. I'm sorry, I made a mistake this time, but next time I won't do it. Just I acknowledge my mistake. Here is your money, and I'm not going to do it again. Istighfar. It means istighfar in the language of the Quran. Forgiveness, repentance. If I keep breaking the contract again and again and again, as if I am not acknowledging the authority. You can record it. I don't care. Oh, what the state authority does now is very simple. Sustains your driver's license, takes it away, says you are not a loyal citizen, you cannot utilize my facilities here anymore. You cannot drive. Do you see? Head, you cannot benefit from the facilities of God's mercy anymore. Although, from the beginning, driver's license is given to you freely. Okay, as long as you obey, benefit from my facilities. Isn't that so simple? Go ahead. All right. But after that, if I keep breaking, not asking for forgiveness, my driver's license is taken away. My human qualities which entertain existence, which entertain life, is going to be taken away. And I will suffer from not being able to drive. I have to go walking by own means, whatever I can do. In the after the resurrection, definitely there will be a time, there must be a time where my driver's license is taken away if I am ungrateful, if I don't keep the promise contract, if I don't ask for forgiveness, pay the fine tickets, asking for forgiveness and keeping my promise, what happens? I lose my driver's license. That is exactly what will happen to human beings. That is what human feeling. That witnesses how God is going to treat me. Okay. Let's read the last paragraph. And there is a long footnote here. Let me see. Are we here? Okay. A new volunteer. Be brave. No, nothing is wrong. Come on, somebody. Read it comfortably.
I'll read it.
Emmy, thank you very much. Please go ahead and read the paragraph, and then I will highlight the footnote and we will read the.
Or is it possible for man to flee and hide himself in annihilation, for him to enter the earth and conceal himself from that powerful and glorious one, to whose power over all contingencies in the future, the occurrences of past time, each a miracle of his power, bear witness, and who visibly creates winter and spring that, taken together, resemble resurrection, since man is not called to account and judged in fitting fashion while in this world, it follows that he must proceed to a supreme tribunal and a final felicity.
Very much. Now we are going to read the footnote, inshallah, before the time is up. Now, this sentence is important. Now, okay, what is this? What? Let me find out about contingency, the occurrence of time. Come on. What the sentence which says? Okay. What is this contingencies? The past time is the occurrences of, okay, here it is. Occurrences of past time. Because occurrences of past time tells me that what I have already experienced, it happened. It happened. I have seen it. The creator of the universe has performed it, did it. And also, all contingencies in the future. Contingency means since he made it, and I have seen it, so he is possibly going to do it tomorrow as well. But what we have to understand is he going to do it. For example, last time I exceeded the speed limit and I got the ticket. What does it mean? Because of this speed limit recordings. Next time, if I again exceed the speed limit, what is possible? Contingency means possible that it will happen. What is the percentage of possible that it will happen? I did it. I got the ticket. That's what I have experienced it. That is so sure. But tomorrow, if I speed again, what will happen? I will get the ticket. Did I get it? Not yet, but I will get it. How much possible? Definitely, as long as the recording continues, definitely I will get it. Definitely I will get it. Why? The past occurrences proves that the future will definitely happen because recording is continuing. But if the recording stops, there is a possibility that I may not get another ticket because there is no recording anymore. But as long as the recording continues, definitely I will get the ticket again if I exceed the speed limit. That is so obvious to me. Let's read the footnote now, please. The time is right. Sorry, the time is up. Sorry. With this footnote, I didn't have time to adjust the footnote copy pasting. So please, sentence by sentence, let's read it. Sentence by sentence, okay? Now, from here, let's start from here now. Go ahead, please, Emmy. Thank you.
The entirety of the past, extending from the present back to the beginning of creation, consists of occurrences. Every day, year, and century that came into being is like a line, a page, a book, written by the pen of destiny. The hand of God's power has inscribed his miraculous signs there with the utmost wisdom and order. Similarly, time from the present until resurrection, paradise and eternity consists entirely of contingencies. The past consists of occurrences, the future of contingencies. Now, if these two chains of time be compared with each other, it will be seen to be true of a certainty that the being that created yesterday and brought into being the creatures peculiar to it is capable too of creating tomorrow together with its creatures. Again, there is no doubt that the beings and wonders of past time, that wondrous display, are the miraculous works of a powerful and glorious one. They bear decisive witness that that powerful one is capable of creating all of the future and its contingencies and manifesting all of its wonders. The one who creates an apple must of a certainty be able to create all the apples in the world and to bring the vast spring into being. Conversely, the one who cannot create a spring cannot create a single apple either, for the apple is made at the same workbench. But the one who makes an apple can make the spring. Each apple is an example in miniature of a tree, even of a garden or a cosmos. The apple seed that carries within itself the life story of the huge tree is, from the point of view of artistry, such a miracle that the one who creates it thus is incapable of nothing. So too, the one that creates today is able also.
Sorry, let me adjust it. Where was it? Okay, here we go. Here it is. Just
So too, the one that creates today is able also to create the day of resurrection. And it is only the one capable of creating the spring that is able to create resurrection. The one who affixes all the worlds of past time to the ribbon of time and displays them there in utmost wisdom and order, is without doubt capable of attaching other beings to the ribbon of the future and displaying them there.
I think the text is clear, isn't it? I don't see any difficulties in understanding. So this is the reference. Okay, the author gives the reference to other sections of his writings. Okay. Yeah.
In several of the words, particularly the 22nd word, we proved with utter certainty that the one who cannot create everything cannot create anything, and the one who can fashion one thing can fashion everything.
Now, this sentence is quite important. I think we have to highlight it and make it bold even, so that it is so. Can you please read it again, just to settle down in our mind?
Sure. The one who cannot create everything cannot create anything, and the one who can fashion one thing can fashion everything.
I think it is clear, isn't it, to understand, inshallah. No, so let's continue. The time is already late. So, yeah, please.
Also, if the creation of everything is entrusted to a single being, the creation of all things becomes as easy as the creation of a single thing. Thus, facility arises. If, on the contrary, it is entrusted to numerous causes and ascribed to multiplicity, the creation of a single thing becomes as difficult as the creation of everything, and such difficulty arises as borders on impossibility.
Now, I mean, yeah, if you cannot create one thing, you cannot create. If you can create one thing, you can create everything, because creation, the act of creation, by definition, is that giving existence to something which didn't exist and not using anything, just creating it. Just creating it means giving existence to something with no difficulties, just willing, and it exists. So if someone creates one atom, it can create a universe, because it is just a result of will. I will, and it happens. But of course, there is no example of it in this world. Oh, the time is up. I am sorry. That's why we cannot imagine like this one. No, because there is nothing in the world which can create, give existence to something which didn't exist before, as a result of will. But as far as we understand that the universe exists and the creator of the universe has this quality. Look, everything is coming into existence at once with no difficulty, in a perfect form. So we understand that this creator is able to do everything. So all the past occurrences are created by him, and definitely the contingencies, this possibility that there will be another creation tomorrow, definitely he can create it with no hesitation according to his wisdom. His wisdom demonstrates that whatever we do in this world is recorded for a purpose, and this purpose is going to be definitely fulfilled. Whether we respected the speed limit, then we will continue using the facilities provided by the state, and we will drive. If we really keep breaking the speed limit and not paying the tickets, not asking for forgiveness, we will not going to be given the facility to drive and benefit from the roads and other machines, whatever, all the transportations, my car or whatever I am driving. So it means this demonstrates that if I am grateful, definitely I will be rewarded. If I am ungrateful, if I disrespect the Creator, definitely I will be deprived of all His mercy. That is, to me, absolutely true, makes sense, and what the Revelation says, you are going to be taken into account for your deeds in this world. I say it must be so, and it is definitely possible, and it must happen. Otherwise, the whole universe, the creation, as far as I am concerned, will be pointless. Why? I do everything respectful, for respecting the speed limit or not, still I am allowed to use the traffic. Impossible. No one does this. That means the way we are created demonstrates that definitely I will be recreated according to what I deserve, of course, according to the contract between me and my Creator. The Spirit is the contract, driver's license. So please, let's pray all together not to lose our driver's license and keep using it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. Inshallah, I'll see you next Monday, Wednesday, and next Saturday. Wassalamu